LeBron James has done it. He has become the all-time scoring leader in all of NBA history after 20 seasons and 1,409 games. He has broken Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record, something that a lot of us thought would never, ever happen. So I want to cover just that subject right there. No real big stats or anything like that, but just kind of, talk about everything that just kind of happened and how we got to this point, because it's crazy that all of us had a chance to witness this in our lifetime. This is something that no one really thought was going to happen. So if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. It truly means the world to me. But let's not waste any more of your guys' time. Let's go and get right into things. As mentioned, LeBron James has finally done it. After 20 years, 3 different teams, 4 different times with those teams, the Cavs, the Heat, and the Lakers, he did it. After, so much time, see if we get a little bit more light in this, he did it. None of us thought it was going to happen. He does it against the Oklahoma City Thunder last night in a game that they would lose, but no one's going to remember that in, a few years, even in a couple weeks. No one's going to remember that he did it in a game that they lost. Nor is anyone ever going to care. He hits it on a little fadeaway in a game where a lot of people were paying big time money to go see it. No one really knew if he was going to do it. He needed 36 points to break Kareem's record, and he actually did it before the third quarter even ended with 10 seconds left. And it was a little bit weird that they just right after he did it stopped and did the whole ceremony then and had him do a speech with 10 seconds left in the third. A little bit weird. Maybe they could have at least ended the third, but nonetheless, I'm so happy I got to witness it live and watch everything occur in real time. 36 points was necessary to do in the full game. And a lot of people were like, maybe it would happen tonight against the Bucks on TNT. But, last night was on TNT as well. There was, a lot of people were unsure if it was going to happen. And honestly, I also was unsure if he was going to break it in last night's game. But I'm very happy that I was keeping an eye on it and watched and got to see it happen live. A lot of people were contemplating whether it was going to be a skyhook to tie it and a LeBron specific name for it, 3-pointer to break it. Instead, it was just a little layup to tie it and then a fadeaway jumper at the free throw line to break the record. And man, it was really, really good to watch live. And whether you believe that he is the GOAT, the greatest of all time or not, it doesn't matter. He deserves his respect. He deserves everything that he has, done. To do this, to be this productive for any length of time, but especially 20 years, to be at such a high level and with all the expectations in the world. He entered directly from high school. Everyone was expecting him to be in the competition for greatest of all time when he was drafted. And the fact that he lived up to all that potential and made it through with everything that's happened throughout his career, he lived up to those expectations to be in that conversation is incredible, and he deserves his flowers. And it was just so great to watch. I grew up through pretty much all of the phases. Now, he's been playing for 20 years, and I was, just right around the time that I was born is when he was actually entering the league. But nonetheless, the fact that, I got to grow up, my generation, and even the older generation got to witness this whole career through 20 years. The first stint with the Cavs and the Heat, then the Cavs again, bringing the first trophy to the Cavaliers, going on that two-peat. I don't think they three-peated with the Heat. I might be wrong on that. And then bringing a championship back to the Lakers after Kobe went out, and all this stuff that has occurred. It's crazy to think that he was able to perform at such a level. There's not a single person in the league right now, if they continued what they're at right now, that would even come close to breaking the record. I think the closest person to getting close to his record that LeBron just broke at 38,000, and I have the number back here, 38,390 is what it currently sits at. It was 88 before that. The only person that even comes kind of close to that based on their averages right now is Luka, and Luka would only end up being at 33,000. That's crazy to think about how big of a difference LeBron has, that he's done such a thing, that you took any player, even no matter how great of a level they're playing at, and put their career over 20 years, they wouldn't even come close, is just crazy to think about. And there's just the fact that it was done in my generation, let alone at all, is crazy. I mean, growing up, this was something that was a unbeatable record. No one's going to pass this record, ever. Same with, assists and all-time steals. People don't expect these to ever be broken, and we just got to witness that live. If you were given the opportunity to watch it live, I know I sure did. I was not going to miss it. It's crazy to think about. LeBron, GOAT or not, is, deserving of all the credit in the world. And, I mean, last night we saw it. We witnessed it live, and through everything that he's went through, championships, everything, he solidified himself as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, in your own opinion. And it's just crazy. I mean, it's flabbergasting. There's no true words for it. There's no way to describe this. And I didn't want this to be all about stats, because this is one specific moment. We don't need to, flood it and wash it down with a bunch of other stats throughout his career. This is a moment by itself that we will all remember. And I know LeBron's going to, think about this forever. And I know he has probably been thinking about this for most of his career. I mean, he knew he was going to be going for a long time. The only question now that rises, when will he retire and what will that number be? And is anyone ever going to come close? I mean, he's probably for sure going to break 40,000. How much higher can he push that? That's a huge, huge jump. I mean, say he averages somewhere between 20 to 30 through the whole season, plays somewhere around 60 games or so. You're getting another, couple thousand at least by the end of the year. He might be close to, that 49 or close to that 50,000 by the end of the year here. That, pretty crazy to think about that he's able to do such a thing. Or not 50,000, 40,000, my apologies. But, he could push this close to 45,000, depending on how long he goes. Maybe not 45,000, that sounds a little bit crazy. I don't see him going for 5 more years. But even just 2 or 3 more years could push him close to the realm of 42,000 or so, which, I mean, you're already at 400 from what the previous record was. That's definitely going to be another record listed as never going to be broken again. Now, with how the league's changed, I'm sure someone will somehow get close, whether there's a 4-pointer added or whatever it may be. There'll be a time, but probably not in our generation, where something like this comes close. I mean, what was it, 40 years or something like that since the last time it was broken? It probably will be longer at this point. I just don't know how. I don't know how someone's going to reach LeBron's potential and sustain it for that long. This is just something truly incredible to think about, that it's happened. So, props to LeBron. I mean, props to him, congrats to him, all this stuff. Whether you are a LeBron hater or a LeBron superfan, he deserves his respect. And, I mean, I am a Bulls fan, and LeBron, I mean, he may not be my GOAT quite yet. I'll have to reassess when he actually retires, because it's really hard to talk about who it is and who it isn't while their career is still going on, because a whole lot could change, so I'll reassess at the end. He deserves it. He's 100% 1 or 2. Doesn't matter how you lay it out, he's 1 or 2. No other way about it. And it's incredible. I wonder how much he's going to be able to stack onto his resume through the remaining years of his career. I mean, will he get another championship? Lakers surely don't look great. Will he stay with the Lakers and figure some things out, or will he move on to a different team? Will he get to play with his son? There's so much going on in his career. It's truly incredible that he has broken this record. He got over the unbreakable record of Kareem. He hit 38,390. How much further can he push it? It's absolutely crazy to think about. But what do you guys think? Did you guys have the chance to watch it live? And do you wish maybe he hit the skyhook somewhere in there late? And what do you guys all think? How far will he be able to push this record? Where do you think this points record will be when he retires? Comment all of that down below. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. It truly means the world to me. And as always, I hope I taught something today. I hope it made you smile, hope it made you laugh. Something really important to me. Affects most of the day in a great way, because every single day can be a great day if we all just put in the effort. And as always, you guys all be safe out there.